Hey yo, who here on YouTube came to see the NCP? One more for the good guys. Let's get this shit started. We're gonna talk about the lack of meat and the lack of sweet potatoes on this show. I did not like this fucking pay-per-view. We're PLE at all. I'm not feeling it, and we're gonna break it down Barney style as to why that is. First, they do what they always do on every single fucking PLE, where they show off random wrestlers walking into the building, and people love this shit. I fucking don't. Alright? But we see the Muy Caliente little Vice City season. Is it? No. The answer's no. Alright? We then see the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT Women's Champion, Juicy Jane, Fallon Henley, Phil Influence. We then see the Juggernaut, Jordan Grace, and the glamour herself, Monica Monroe, aka Blake Monroe. Oh, also, we got Ricky Saints looking at Obafemi like, yep, I'm taking your title, buddy. Like, you're in my spot, bro. And then we see the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT World Champion, the ruler, Obafemi. We didn't start off with the first match of the night. Got the Young OG, the man of the hour, Javon Evans. This man was on SmackDown. He was at TNA. Well, kinda, sorta. That would have been crazy if he would have showed up at both SmackDown and TNA on some Rick Rude shit. Like Modern Origin. Alright, but he's here making 3 appearances over the weekend. Going up against Josh Go Away Heat Briggs. Alright, good match. I enjoyed it. I remember somebody saying like Briggs reminds them of Donovan Dijak, which is not good because look at where he ended up. I'm just saying. Alright, but you fast forward to the finish. Javon counters the choke slam mid-air to a cutter, then hits that does he have a name for that springboard cutter he does? I'm gonna call it hang time. Hits the hang time on Josh Briggs for the 1, 2, 3. The Young OG, Javon Evans, goes over. Alright? And I know he has that match coming up against, get me, Leon Slater. Young is in charge, but I need Leon Slater to win. I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Leon needs to win. Although it would be cool to see Javon with the X Division belt, but Leon needs that winning one. I'm sorry. If I had to choose, I'm going with Leon on this one. Alright. Then get a promo from the reigning, defending, TNA Knockouts champion, Air Jordan, Kalani Jordan. Basically, she said, fortune favors the bold. I took a huge risk going over to TNA and it paid off. Alright, keep on underestimating me and I'll prove you wrong each and every time. Because nobody does it like Lonnie does. And enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment, Kalani Jordan, because it ain't gonna last long. Again, I said it on the TNA video, I'm saying it here. I don't see Kalani Jordan being champion for that long. But I'm being honest. Then move on to the next match, but I believe Vic was the one that announced that Lenny Reed is not medically cleared to wrestle. So her replacement is none other than Amos Parker, Jada Parker, going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed speed champion, Sol Ruka. Alright? 5 minutes. 5 minutes is all she can spare when it comes to championship matches. Right? Fast forward to the finish, we see the Legend of Lash getting involved, only for her to get her ass speared again by Zarya. Jada Parker gets back into the ring just to get her soul snatched the fuck up by Sol Ruka for the 1, 2, 3, and speed champion Sol Ruka. Alright, and I had to look this up, right? Because she's a dual champion still, right? The North American Women's title. It's been over 163 days, apparently, allegedly. Brooke has been champion, and she only defended the belt twice. 2 times. In over 163 days. Well, I don't know why that surprised me. Again, champions don't defend their belts here in the WWE. Like, imagine that. You got champions not even defending mid-card belts. Ridiculous. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. And poor Jada. Again, ever since she made those comments against the
gay community,
she's been buried ever since. Here's what I would have done, right? You have Jada beat Sol Ruca, become a new Speed champion, right? Because again, who really gives a fuck about the Speed title, right? She then feuds with Lash Legend, and then Lash takes that belt off of her. And then that's how you implement Lash Legend, building her up. Doing like the 3-minute challenge. Who can beat Lash Legend in under 3 minutes? And you make Lash Legend fucking unstoppable beast. That's what I would have done. But what the fuck do I know? Alright? All throughout the night, they were showing like previous clips of No Mercy wins. I'm just like, for what? Why are we doing this? Who cares? I don't. I can tell you that right the fuck now. So we're moving on. We're gonna lock back in with Evolve. Alright? I know they got a show coming up, and I will cover that. I do apologize for people that actually care about Evolved. Alright? I just haven't had time to cover it. You know what I mean? I apologize. Alright? But we see, I guess this who's being pushed currently here involved. Got Marcus Mathers and Aaron Rourke. Yeah, Aaron talking about, well, I know you guys are thinking, first off, no you don't. No you don't, buddy. Alright, I'm thinking to myself, who's running things down there in Evolve. I really don't know. I'm not talking about the Prime Minister, Stevie Turner. I'm talking about who's booking shit down there. I still don't know. But I guess this random ass tag team is getting the push right now. But moving on to someone who I am familiar with, that's my nigga Keanu Carter going after Jackson Drake's Evolve Championship. And best believe they need to put that belt on my boy Keanu Carter. Like, who's more believable? Yeah, Beverly Hills 91210, that is Jackson Drake, or the rough and rugged Keanu Carter. I'm just saying. But I'm gonna log back into Evolve, see what's going on down there, because apparently I missed a whole lot. But we gotta keep it going. Go backstage with Say His Name and He Appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Chopping up Dark State. And I'm gonna break it down like this. It's real simple, Joe. You're either with us or you're against us. Joe was thinking to himself like, against Dark State or join Dark State? And I'm like, what do you mean by that, Joe? Are you teasing a heel Joe Hendry? I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that would be interesting to see him join Dark State with the State of Darkness. But we'll see how this shit plays out. But we move on to the next match, the weaponized steel cage match. Right, you got the Juggernaut Jordan Grace going up against the Glamour Monica Monroe, or some people are calling her Blake Dudley because of her outfit here tonight, which she looked good in. Well, both of these ladies look good, but mostly Monica Monroe. Let's be honest, right? And it was all downhill after the whole Sol Ruca Jada Parker match, all right? And that trend continued because we fast forward to the finish. You know, the spot of the match was Monica Monroe going Bruce Barber beefcake on Jordan Grace, cutting off those hair extensions, going crazy on him, right? And Booker T like, oh my goodness, right? So you fast forward to the finish. Jordan Grace hits that avalanche air raid crash through a table to Monica Monroe for the 1, 2, 3. Jordan Grace goes over. Now I'm thinking to myself,
why?
Why? Like, first off, I'm like, isn't Jordan Grace supposed to be on SmackDown? If I'm not mistaken, I could have swore it was Stephanie Van Kier. She got called up to Raw, and then Jordan Grace got called up to SmackDown, because that's why they changed her fucking theme song, which was good, into that generic garbage that she has now. I mean, so, like, I don't know, man. Blake need this win, and it's like, what the fuck do you do with Blake now? I guess have her go after fucking Soruka, since she doesn't defend her North American Championship. I mean, I guess that's the next logical step. And what the fuck do you do with Jordan Grace? You know who she should be going after? Tiffany, watch your mouth. Boy, Stratton. That's who Jordan Grace should be going after. I'm just saying. But again, what the fuck do I know? Alright. And then we had the announcement from Ava that there's going to be an Invasion show October 7th or NXT versus TNA. I'm like, hold the fuck up. Wait a minute. Pump the brakes. Pardon me? Right? As my boy Casey Navarro likes to say. So, y'all could do a fucking random ass WrestlePalooza. The WWE is teaming up with ESPN, and we're gonna give you one of the biggest shows of the year, full of surprises. Y'all could do that, right? But y'all can't even fucking do a PLE for an Invasion angle, TNA, and NXT. So here's what I'm gonna do, right? Obviously, I'm gonna review Invasion next week, and then I'll drop another video explaining or elaborating, breaking down partner style, how I would have booked things. Alright? Because they're going to have all these TNA superstars randomly show up at the end of the NXT show. Finally, alright, they should have fucking ransacked that fucking company the moment Trick Williams beat Joe Hendry. Alright? That's when TNA should have started showing up and fucking shit up. But, again, what do I know? Then get a promo from Last Legend talking about how the bougie booty is going to come over across the line in TNA and whoop all these hoes' asses. You know, I'm the only knockout that matters. Alright? Then she gets attacked by Jada Parker, so they're continuing their feud, right? Then go backstage with Laney Reed, Wood Caliente, Little Vice. Laney Reed's talking about, like, psst, please, like, your ass ain't winning that championship tonight. Little Vice says, Cállate, puta, where I chop off that little tree stump of yours once and for all. We then move on to the next match, and that's for the NXT Canadian Championship, alright? Got Tavion Heights, who I want to win here, run up against the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT Canadian Champion, Ego. It's not confidence, it's all ego. Mr. Ethan Page. And this was a good match. Alright, I enjoyed it. Just like the first match between J1 Evans and Josh Briggs. We're to fast forward to the finish. Mr. All Ego hits that avalanche Canadian Stampede and then transitions into a twisted grip. It was kind of sick, I'm not gonna lie. For the 1, 2, 3, and still NXT Canadian Champion Ethan Page. And Booker T on commentary, he was like, "Oh, dog, Tavion Heights, he ain't ready yet, dog. Don't get me wrong, he got potential, but he ain't no Ethan Page." I'm like, this isn't Kyle Fletcher going after the AEW World title. Alright, this is Tavion Heights going after a mid-card fucking belt in NXT. And you're telling me that he ain't ready for that? He ain't ready for a mid-card belt? What does that say about Tavion Heights then? As I'm pretty sure he had his heights set on the NXT Canadian Championship, but I don't know. That's just, like this whole PLE, man, a lot of questions as to why some of the decisions were made on this show. Alright, but All Ego gets confronted by El Hijo de Wagner. Wagner says, "Ethan, I have my eyes all new in that NXT Canadian Championship. And I'm gonna see you real soon. And I like how Ethan was mocking. I'm like, nobody cares about El Hijo del Wagner. We're right. Then move on. We see Miles Bourne, aka Randy Orton's illegitimate son. All right, he says that he's going to step up, be the leader, going up against TNA this week. We did get a promo from Mike Santana talking about like, "Hey, Trick, I see you, bro. You fucked up at Victory Road. Nah, you see where I come from? We call you a pendejo. But I'm about to whoop that Trick as I'm gonna come see your bitch ass this Tuesday on NXT." We then move on to the next match. All right, as for the NXT Women's Title, we have the Muy Caliente Little Vice in her hometown. We got Vice City in front of her whole entire familia. Her papa and her hermanas, her mijos, her mijas, abuelas. Everybody's out there. Alright. And she's going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT Women's Champion, Juicy Jane, aka JC Jane from Fatal Influence. Alright. This match was decent up until the finish, even though I was getting annoyed by the referee. I'm like, yo, Fallon Henley, don't get me wrong, she's fine as hell. As much as I love looking at her, she got involved in the match 3 fucking times before her ass got removed, kicked out from ringside. So I'm like, okay, finally, there might be a chance that Little wins here tonight. Only for her to get attacked by a random assailant, masked up, hits a running knee to Little Vice, drops her ass in front of her family, alright, gets back into the ring. JC drops her ass with that rolling encore, that roaring elbow of hers, for the 1, 2, 3. And NXT Women's Champion, Juicy Jane, JC Jane from Fatal Influence. And this is sad. Like, borderline depressing. This like got built up Little Vice. He gave her the whole backstory. She's in her hometown. Her family is there. The moment was there, just to take it away. Twice now. She lost to AJ Perez last fucking year. Right, and it took her a long ass time to build herself back up to this moment right here, just to lose again. I'm like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? It was right fucking there, and they fumbled. All right, they could have had Lola Vice be the new NXT Women's Champion. You then built up Blake Monroe to have her beat Lola Vice. All right, and then you could do Soruka versus Blake Monroe. That's how I would have done it. But I don't know, man. I really don't know. This show, man. Where does Lola Vice go from here? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't fucking know, man. I really don't. I can have her go after the fucking Knockouts title. I guess. This is so fucking sad, man. And as far as this mask hoodlum, it'd be crazy. I'm thinking it might be Tessa Blanchard. Alright, that'd be fucking crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Alright, but I believe it was Milos. You said in the comment section that it was Laney Reed who was supposed to replace Jasmine Dix as the 3rd member here at Fatal Influence. So that still might be the case. I'm sure we're gonna find out who this ruffian is this week on NXT. Right, we get a promo from Moose, talking about, he's gonna come through with his crew, with the system, because he's the face of the franchise and that TNA is a superior brand. We then see a tweet from the greatest president of all time, and Ali, we trust Mustafa Ali. He says, "Let it be known to friend and foe alike. We did not start this fight, but we will continue with Tuesday and put the final nail in the coffin of this war and invasion." And that leads us to the final match, the main event here at No Mercy, in which I guess How apropos. No mercy. This fucking booking, man. Alright, it's for the NXT World Title. Alright, you got Ricky Maivia. The Revolution will be televised. Going up against the reigning, defending, undisputed NXT champion, the ruler, Oba Femi. Alright, and it makes sense. I understand why Oba was looking at Ricky Maivia the way that he was, mocking him, which was hilarious, by the way. He's thinking to himself, like, I gotta really put over this nigga? look at me and look at him. Are you serious? Really? That's what we're doing? And that's what they did. That's what the fuck they did. Fast forward to the finish. Ricky Maivia hits a tornado DDT to Oba Femi for 1, 2, 3. And, no! NXT champion, Ricky Maivia, aka Ricky Saints. And it was a decent match. You know, up to the finish, I'm just like, he won off a tornado DDT. Not the Rochambeau, not a spear. A fucking tornado DDT that he uses as a transitional move. And I'm like, and Oba? You're gonna tell me Oba can't be champion for a fucking year? Like, I just find it funny how when it comes to black men being champion, or at least a world champion, they can't be a champion for a fucking year. To this day, the only black world champion that I've seen they do correctly was Jay Lethal down at ROH. He's the only fucking one. And I would say Bobby Lashley, but he's Panamanian. Come to find out. Who would have figured? Alright, so in my eyes, Jay Lethal is the only credible black world champion that I've seen. I didn't get to watch the Bobo Brazils and Ron Simmons of the world. I got to watch Jay Lethal. And the way they treated him, he was at one point legit the best wrestler in the world. Alright? One of my favorite championship runs ever of all time. Alright? Oba, he could have been up there, man. And it's like, that next video I'm going to do is the whole PWI 500, because I find it funny for, this is twice now, right? Twice Oba Femi can't crack the top 10. Even as dominant as he's been here in NXT. You know what I mean? Now it's over. And you got to ask yourself, where does Oba go from here? Is he headed to the main roster? I hope not. Like,
Oba, I know just exactly what I'm gonna do with you. You're gonna head over to Raw and you're gonna join the New Day.
or
Oba, I know exactly what to do with you. You're gonna head over to SmackDown and you're gonna join Carmelo Hayes.
Or he might fuck around, put him in Street Profits. Oh. This shit's fucking sad, man. It's sad. It's sad that we had to worry about this dude getting called up to the main roster because we have absolutely no faith in Triple H, aka Triple Mark, aka the Croc, the Pelican, the big-nosed bastard that he is. Alright? So, whatever they decide to do with Oba, I wish him the best of luck. I truly do. And as far as Ricky Saints, alright, it's like, I want to be happy for the guy because he was underutilized in AEW. And really, Tony Khan is to blame for this. If he didn't fumble with All Ego, Ethan Page, and Ricky Starks at that time, they would still be in AEW. I'm just saying. So, it is what it is, man. I guess congratulations to Ricky Maivia. Like, I want to be happy for the guy. It's just, this feels wrong. It does. Something feels off about this and this whole fucking PLE. Alright? That's pretty much all I gotta say about this shit, man. So, y'all let me know how y'all felt. You already know how I feel. I ain't feeling this shit at all. But put your comments in the comment section, all right? And I thank you to the people who like, comment, and support the channels here on YouTube and on Rumble, all right? Like almost at 500 here on YouTube, you know. I'm at like 156 on Rumble, so thank you. I truly mean it, all right? And the next video will be the PWI 500 list, all right? I'm not gonna break down the entire fucking thing. I'm probably just gonna talk about probably like the top, maybe 25, probably. But for now, wasting up for you guys' time. So with that said, be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself, protect you and yours, your loved ones, stay warm, stay dry, stay frosty, but most importantly, trust in God. God be with you. I'm out of here. Until next time, adios.